Being middle class feels safe until you realize it's a trap. At first glance, the middle class seems like a win. You've got a job, a car, maybe even a home. You're not struggling to survive, but you're also not building wealth. And that's where the trap lies. Most middle class people live with a false sense of security. They're working hard, paying bills, and hoping for retirement someday, but they never truly move forward. They stay in a cycle of just enough, never stepping into the freedom that financial independence can bring. In this video, we'll explore the 10 hidden habits and beliefs that keep middle-class people stuck and how you can break free. 1. Living for the weekend. Millions of people wake up on Monday already wishing it was Friday. They drag themselves through the week just to squeeze in some joy over the weekend. This is what we call the live for the weekend mindset, and it's one of the most dangerous traps of the middle class. When your entire life is structured around work you don't love just to get 2 days of freedom, you lose precious time that could be invested in creating a better future. People often say they don't have time to start a side hustle or pursue a dream, but the truth is they're using their free time to escape their reality, not build a better one. Breaking this pattern means using weekends and evenings to invest in yourself, your passions, and your financial growth. 2. Believing a job equals security. For decades, society has pushed the narrative that a good job is the safest route to financial success. But in today's economy, that's no longer true. A job is simply a source of income, not a guarantee of security. Even the most stable jobs can vanish overnight. Companies restructure, technology replaces roles, and economic downturns lead to layoffs. People who rely entirely on a single paycheck are one corporate decision away from financial crisis. True security lies in having multiple streams of income, savings, and skills that keep you valuable, no matter what happens to your job. 3. Taking on debt to look wealthy. From luxury cars to brand new gadgets and designer clothes, many middle-class people stretch their budgets to maintain a certain image. But often, these assets are financed with loans, credit cards, and monthly payments, turning into long-term liabilities. This cycle of spending to impress leads to stress and stagnation. You end up working harder just to stay afloat, not to move forward. The focus becomes keeping up appearances instead of building wealth. Financial freedom requires living below your means and using the extra money to invest in your future, not someone else's opinion of your lifestyle. 4. Depending only on a 9-to-5, a full-time job can pay the bills, but if it's your only source of income, you're always one emergency away from financial disaster. This is a major reason many middle-class people never build wealth. They trade time for money and stop earning the moment they stop working. The modern economy offers endless opportunities to create side income, whether through freelancing, digital products, investing, or small businesses. Those who explore these options are the ones who break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck lifestyle. It's not about quitting your job, it's about using your time to build something that works for you even while you sleep. 5. Lacking financial education. One of the most overlooked barriers to wealth is a lack of financial knowledge. Schools teach us how to solve equations and memorize historical dates, but they rarely teach how to budget, save, invest, or manage credit. As a result, many middle-class individuals make costly financial mistakes. They max out credit cards, take on bad debt, delay investing, or ignore the importance of compound interest. Without understanding how money works, you're at its mercy. Empowering yourself with financial education is one of the smartest, most profitable decisions you can ever make. 6. Buying liabilities instead of assets. The difference between rich and middle-class mindsets often comes down to what they buy. The wealthy buy things that generate income. The middle class buys things that cost money but feel like assets. For instance, your personal car or primary home, though valuable, typically don't generate income. On the other hand, rental properties, stocks, and businesses provide passive income and appreciate over time. If you keep buying things that drain your money instead of grow it, you'll always be stuck. Start focusing on acquiring real assets, things that put money into your pocket month after month. 7. Letting fear dictate decisions. Middle-class people are often encouraged to play it safe. Don't quit your job, don't take risks, don't invest, it's too volatile. But this mindset leads to missed opportunities and long-term stagnation. Fear of failure keeps people from starting businesses, switching careers, or investing early. But ironically, the real risk lies in staying exactly where you are. The world is changing rapidly, and those who fear change are often the ones left behind. The biggest regret people have isn't that they tried and failed, it's that they never tried at all. 8. Hoping retirement retirement will solve everything. The dream for many middle-class people is simple: work 40 years, retire with a pension or savings, and finally enjoy life. But this plan often falls short. Without intentional planning, retirement can bring financial anxiety instead of peace. Many retirees find themselves time-rich but money-poor. Healthcare costs, inflation, and the lack of passive income sources drain their savings fast. Instead of banking on someday, start creating the life you want now. Invest early, build passive income, and don't wait to enjoy your life until it's almost over. 9. Staying in the same circle. Your environment shapes your mindset. And if your circle is filled with people who normalize debt, fear investing, and discourage ambition, you'll likely adopt the same beliefs. Middle-class individuals often stay in familiar social circles that reinforce mediocrity. You need to be around people who inspire you, challenge your thinking, and motivate you to grow. This might mean joining new communities, listening to different podcasts, or simply consuming content that pushes you toward a wealth-building mindset. Growth begins where your comfort zone ends. 10. Not owning anything. This is the core of it all: ownership. Middle-class people often rent their homes, lease their cars, and work for someone else's dream. They spend their entire lives using things they don't actually own. But wealth is built through ownership. Whether it's real estate, stocks, intellectual property, or a small business, you must own something that grows in value over time. You don't need to own everything, but you do need to own something. Even owning 1% of a company or a digital product can be the seed of long-term freedom. Awareness is the first step to freedom. Now that you've seen the habits, beliefs, and blind spots that keep the middle class stuck, it's time to take control. The trap is real, but so is the way out. Start by choosing one area to improve this week. Read a book on investing, audit your spending, cancel unnecessary subscriptions, launch that side project you've been thinking about. Wealth isn't built overnight, but it is built intentionally. Remember, comfort is not the same as freedom. If you want more, you have to grow beyond the middle, and the first step starts today. If this video opened your eyes or shifted your mindset, take a second to show some love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss powerful content like this. We're building a community of people who are ready to break free from financial limits and live life on their own terms, and we want you to be part of it. Which of these 10 traps hit you the hardest? Was it fear of risk, job security, or spending to impress? Drop a comment below. Your insight might help someone else take their first step toward change. And remember, being stuck isn't permanent. The middle class trap feels safe, but real freedom begins when you think differently, act boldly, and take ownership of your future. So don't just watch this video and move on. Take action. Start small, but start now, because the journey to wealth, independence, and peace of mind begins with one bold decision, and you just made it by being here. Let's grow together. Let's rise together. Freedom starts today.